So going back to Irwin, before we wrap up this interview, what do you make of the media's portrayal of these classic cars? What do you got to say about that, my man?
Well, compared to how it was back then, you only saw these kind of cars in gangster rap videos, and so anybody that was rolling in one, it was portrayed as a thug, versus now, you even have lowriders being shown on the Jay Leno show, and that's huge. He's one of the most famous car enthusiasts in the world.
My name is Jimmy, and I'm 58.
My name's Irwin, and I'm 31.
How long have you guys been investing in classic cars?
Well, I've been maybe like since 78. It's been, 40-some years.
Well, I pretty much been into it since I was a kid. I guess you could say I was born into it. I grew up around lowriders and going to car shows and all that. So, I wouldn't say I like it just because he likes it, but it's definitely one of my passions now. Now that I'm older, since I started driving, it's been kind of like a dream to own one of these myself. Maybe even build one in the future.
What are the models of your cars? Like, describe a little bit about it. Like the one behind.
A 55 Chevy Bel Air.
Well, to prepare for a show, usually if it's like a big show, like a super show, or the Torres Empire, I usually do a full detail, so that includes the undercarriage, wheel wells, everything, full wax. As far as maintenance-wise, we usually just, make sure there's water, fresh oil, of course gas, because a lot of times the gas gauges don't work in these cars. So, you got to make sure that you fuel up every time. Besides that, tire pressure, kind of got to, check the entire car, make sure everything's good to go.
We've been going to Pomona for 10 years, and we like it. We meet a lot of people over there, talk about cars, find parts, exchange, whatever.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Talk about how the whole swapping of the car concept takes place at the show.
Well, if somebody wants to buy like a car, I wouldn't do that transaction there. You just get to meet the guy, then you bring him home or meet him at the liquor store and see, what kind of guys he's bringing, and that kind of, because you don't want to have all that money over there. It's usually like that's the way it works. Or the swap or trade. Or trade is easier because you got the title and he's got the title and you just make it there. But there's no money involved, so it's easier.
Made it back out, huh? Like the 61, see? This is my homeboy, homie Frank. What's up, what's up?
¿Qué onda, primo?
What's up, man, Mike? Compadre aquí in the back. What's up? Homeboy. They're doing a documentary. All right, hey, you got the DJ set up here? You got the food going? Okay, come down. For sure, we'll do that right now. We're going to park, what are you talking about?
From back then to now, how have things changed?
Oh, it has changed a lot in the 70s, 80s, 90s, now the 2000s. More people is getting into it, like maybe lawyers and businessmen. There's something different. Every time we go over there, you have better fun because you get to meet more people over there, so you have more fun.
Yeah, it's awesome. First time out here, there's plenty to see, like lowriders, hot rods, drag cars, old Volkswagens. It's awesome. And there's so many great projects here for sale too. I was looking at an old 68 Fairlane that was for sale. I'd love one of those, man.
as car enthusiasts, I would say the show is, I see it as kind of just a getaway, from your daily work grind, from your Monday through Friday. You don't really have the pressure of having to be anywhere at a certain time. A lot of people get to the show 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. We usually get there around 9 a.m. Sundays are meant to relax and, kind of just get some good rest and, have a good time. But we usually meet people there, barbecue, and, have a few drinks.
I hope everybody, can come out here, teach their sons and their daughters about, old school cars and don't let the heritage die, because it's always a good time, man. Like I said, it's a family thing more than anything.
Now I see it as, something positive for the kids, instead of going out there, committing crimes or whatever. It's something positive they can do. I mean, you're just building cars, cruising around.
These cars, they were cheap maybe back in the 2005 down. You could pick this car maybe for 15, 20,000. And since then, because all these shows, like he said on TV, old cars, they've been rocketing. So now people want like 80, 90,000 for a car like this is never gonna depreciate. The new cars depreciate, but the old cars, no way. They're going up and up and up, and who knows, in 10 years, 20 years, because people chipping them out of sea. So that's why they're going up so much.
Yeah, Japan, Germany, Australia, they're the ones that are buying up a lot of the classic cars from over here.